Let's start right off with that because there's been a lot of talk about releases.
Yeah. Some weird ones.
I hate to say releases because they're not releases, right?
No, it's actually just a few. Well, there was a wave of releases.
Yes.
We've already covered that.
What it is it's the contracts are expiring.
And they're just choosing not to renew.
Yeah.
That's a different thing.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people online have a hard time like understanding the difference.
Yeah.
It's not like
firing these guys.
It's not like it's not like Triple H went, you know what? R-Truth. I see we just did this thing with Cena, but it's just not working out.
Fuck you, and we're just gonna cut you.
Yeah, we're gonna go another way.
It's not a cut.
Yeah,
he could cut him. He's not doing that. He's just letting his contract expire.
Here's the thing: he would have to buy him out of his contract, probably. If he did want to fire him.
And having said that. The R-Truth one is tricky for me because, one, I absolutely love R-Truth. We've been screaming his praises on the show since day one.
Yeah.
I love R-Truth. I hope he's good. I hope he's happy. Mm-hmm. And I hope this is something he's mutually on board with. I hope he retires and just signs a new deal eventually, maybe a few years from now as a legend, and goes in the Hall of Fame, and then shows up sometimes on TV just to make an appearance. What better way
to go out than with a Cena match?
Do a Cena match.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's in his 50s. He's like 53 or something. He's a family man. He's one of the most universally well-liked and respected dudes in the company. A lot of the wrestlers that work for WWE are really fucked up over it.
Well, yeah, I understand that.
I also understand that.
He's a presence
personally,
backstage and all that
I'm not
stuff.
happy that they're letting his contract expire. I'm really not. I don't like that. I don't think it's a great sign for where WWE's heading. I don't like that. I don't like that the Miz's contract is coming up soon. I don't like that Carlito is done. They're not going to renew him. He's already gone. No. I don't like that they're apparently, Karrion Kross's contract is going to be up soon. I don't like any of that.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
I don't like seeing that happen. That is weird to me. You don't like a guy like Karrion Kross, right? You gotta give him an opportunity to get over because he just is already over.
Yeah.
And you need to let this dude shine.
Yeah, the least they can do right now.
He's a guy who can be in the main event situation right now, right? Yeah. A guy like R-Truth and The Miz, though, that's a way darker story to tell. Yeah. Because now you're talking about letting guys go who have given everything for you for their entire career and have been the most reliable company men for decades.
Solid guys,
and you return the favor by not keeping them for life and letting them enjoy the fruits of the hard labor they've done for decades.
Yeah.
That, to me, is really fucked up. I don't care if it's a contract expiring. I don't care what it is. Guys that are that tenured and that have done that much for your company, you just are going to honor them forever or you're scum. I can't see it another way.
I guess. I look at it from...
but it depends who it is.
I look at it from the perspective of a sports fan.
I get it.
WWE's
not a sport, unfortunately.
I know, but
it's entertainment.
Contracts work similarly. It's like if you got a guy at the end of his contract, he wants a lot of money. You don't know if you can pay that much for the value that he's providing.
Yep. But how do you determine the value of a guy that's been in your company for 20 years?
Right.
Oh, yep. He's not your main eventer right now? What about 20 years of equity, though?
And the thing is, he's not your main eventer because you've chosen not to make him. You chose
not to make him one.
Yeah.
So how can you use that against him? To me, that's what makes it scummy. Is it's like you don't get to negotiate with him by going, yeah, well, you're not a main eventer. You mean in the scripted product you chose not to make me a main eventer in? Like, okay.
I've got a feeling it's
weird.
It's a TKO thing.
It is. Yeah. I mean, all reports I'm seeing are that it was something Nick Khan decided months ago.
Right. And that's the way I think he's looking at it. Is like, why I'm paying you this much. This is how much you're making me right now. You know what I mean? Yep. He's looking at it like bang, like black and white.
And it's so ironic that it seems like it's pressure from TKO shareholders to make profit.
Yeah.
And they're going to cut R-Truth when he just dropped that Ron Cena shirt. And it was like instant number 2 on Chop.
Yeah.
And they go, we're making hand over fist money on this? Cut it. We got to cut that.
Listen, I don't think... I mean, I just don't believe that their merch sales are what they're looking at anymore. Me obviously, neither. Because Karrion Kross, R-Truth, it's like, I don't think they're fucking looking at that.
I think they're intentionally not looking at it because then it pressures them to go directions that they don't want to go.
Right, they have it set in stone.
We've got to have Logan Paul be a top guy. We've got to have him be a top guy. He sells no merch. We've got to have him be a top guy no matter what. And we've got to put his fucking Prime logo on the ring.
I think I'm gonna have to buy Logan Paul merch.
You know what I mean, though? Like, why is I get he's good in the ring.
Yeah.
He is. I'll scream he is. You know who else is, though? The Miz and R-Truth.
Yeah.
You know? So if it's any angle that you try to attack it from to make it reasonable to let a guy like R-Truth go is invalidated by 100 examples elsewhere in the company.
I get it. Yeah, it's tough because...
It is.
And I don't know, like, who knows if Truth maybe talked to him about it and was like, look, if you don't want to give me this many years, like, you know, I'll just go.
They could have negotiated.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I can't imagine... It's like, did they call him up and go, hey, we're not going to renew?
Yeah. I just don't buy that.
Like, I feel like they had to have talked to him about it a little bit.
Yeah. I don't buy that he was just surprised, blindsided by go get fucked. Thanks for your service. Go get fucked.
Yeah.
I just don't buy it. And I think that guys like The Miz coming out and removing WWE from all his stuff on social media because he's fucking pissed. But he might not have all the info, you know? And I'm willing to bet that there's going to be more people that come out and go, what the fuck are we doing? It's just never been how they operated. And Triple H is so huge about respect for the workers and for anybody that gave their life to it.
Yeah.
And he is going to just do right by him, whether that's behind closed doors, paying for surgeries for guys that haven't been in the company in 20 years and shit. He just is doing that type of shit all over the place. So when you see something that operates directly in the face of that, it makes you go, oh, especially when we know how much of a scum piece of shit company UFC is to fighters.
Right.
Like, might be the worst sport league in the world as far as how they treat the people that make them get to exist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so with that, and TKO owning WWE now, it just puts a bad taste. You can't help but go, is that part of it?
It looks like it's bleeding.
Yeah. You know? And I hope not. I hope I'm wrong about that, you know?
I don't know. Maybe we don't have all the info. Who knows?
Oh, I'm screaming I don't have all the info. Like, we don't. I'm just speculating.
But that's all we've seen.
Stuff like this doesn't look good for it being TKO going, we're going to get involved and make them do really terrible shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think...
But piss off your fan base and see how it goes. You know? Good luck.
It's tough all around, I think.
Yeah.
But I do think that's where the blame's going to fall.
I think so, too.
Is TKO.
Yeah. Initially, everybody thought it was Triple H, and then...
I know, but they're always going to blame Triple H. That's just where... That's the spot he's in. You know?
That's the spot he's in, yeah. It's going to be the hardest for him.
It becomes that, you know, it's like the scapegoat figurehead.
Yep. And he's aware. And he's going to shoulder that. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He'll shoulder that. And again, I just think... the end of the day, it is what it is. They're not doing anything wrong, like legally or anything by just not renewing contracts. There's no question about that.
Oh no,
they're not doing anything wrong.
They're completely their decision. I mean, it doesn't.
Absolutely, but it does just feel wrong,
right?
You know.
Yeah.
And so I get why people are pissed about it. I get why wrestlers are blindsided by it. I get that
Carlito is a champion.
He's a different story too. Like, letting his contract run out, that's kind of beat.
Yeah.
But he's currently working in Puerto Rico doing huge numbers, making good money, and he's a champ there. So it's like, let him free. Plus, I
right, because what is he really doing? He's just hanging out in the clubhouse.
He's getting paid to play PS5 and eat apples.
Yeah,
which is sick. It's sick, and he's wicked funny. But
did you see his tweet there? That was he was like talking about how his lawyers looked into the
dude, wicked funny. But I think with R-Truth it stings differently because he's just so legendary for a specific type of work that it just feels really shitty.
Yes.
To not just let him be a lifer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then you start worrying about like Miz and guys like that.
You start worrying about other guys. And what it ends up doing is breeding it puts out a shockwave through the whole staff that things are not as stable and secure as they have been led to believe it is now that Vince is gone.
You now start thinking like, where, do I have job security? And,
and that's a bummer. No one wants to feel like that.
Yeah.
It's just going to make people, it's going to hurt morale. It's going to hurt locker room morale. It's going to hurt office morale. It's like,
I don't know.
And why?
The thing is, there's so many alternatives now.
Yeah.
That you really never did have a secure job.
No.
You know what I mean?
No. Well, but guys, everybody knows you didn't under Vince.
Sure.
But that was still shitty.
Yeah. Some guys more than others, obviously. Are more valuable. But like, you just never know. That's always the case.
It's like when Logan Paul, the stuff going on with Logan Paul and Karrion Kross that just happened online, where Logan Paul came out and was like, I heard a bunch of people are upset with my position right now, and I don't really care because do what I'm doing then. And then Karrion Kross came out and went, this guy doesn't get it. We're not pissed at him. We're pissed that we were in a system telling us to do all these things, and we all did all these things, and then get nothing for it. And then now they start telling us all, well, you didn't do this thing we never told you mattered. And it's like, well, now you need social media clout. Why? I'm not a fucking influencer. I'm a wrestler. So why would I care about social media clout? Oh, that matters now to your shareholders? Then you should have told us, and now we'll all start doing that.
Yeah, in a way, it already mattered, though.
Did it? Because they're being told that it didn't. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I always feel like it mattered in some way. Like, you need a following, right?
Okay.
Like, and it's
tell that to Zack Ryder, though. You know what I mean? Who got over on his own with social media, and he was only ever punished and then fired.
Well, yeah,
because Vince didn't fucking make him. So that sends a message to everybody that don't do that.
That was all Vince, though.
It was, yeah.
It's like I just think if I'm running the company, I do think a social media presence is, you want that for sure. It's valuable.
Yeah. Well, we all know that now. Yeah, I'm not debating. I'm not saying that having a social media presence is this bad thing. I don't mean that. I mean the frustration of workers in the industry that are not getting opportunities to shine, who could be huge, but they don't get to because of a metric that didn't exist and that they were actually told their whole careers isn't a factor. So they never focused on that. Now it matters right now. And they're being punished for not predicting it 20 years ago somehow.
Yeah.
And that is just beat. There's no other way to look at that other than it's beat. And that's what Karrion Kross was arguing. It's like, that's why people are sore about Logan Paul getting all these opportunities so fast.
Yeah, but
because of his social media following.
That one's still it's tough for me because Logan has proven himself as a standalone. He's good.
That's why I will always argue in support of him being in it.
Right. It's like, is he really taking, is he taking Karrion Kross's spot? It's like, no, not really.
It's hard to say.
You could say someone else is, though. That's not as valuable as Logan.
Yeah. Like fucking Travis Scott being there. Who cares?
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
I wonder what he's making. I don't know.
Who liked Travis Scott being anywhere near WWE? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. Somebody comment on this and attempt to argue why Travis Scott mattered one time.
Yeah, no one was really asking for it.
Find somebody in the crowd who was happy to see him. You know what I mean?
I'm sure there was somebody, but
some 10-year-old or some shit. Yeah, there's got to be people. But
it wasn't like
it wasn't
clamored.
Nobody's going, we've got to have this guy and not any of the multitude of guys you've got waiting to get opportunities that are actually work their lives to be in the industry.
Yes.
But they're more obsessed with bringing in famous people for no reason right now. And that's what Karrion Kross's like argument is you've got all these guys, you're just going to let their contracts run out or release them or whatever.
It's these things it's for quick views.
Yep,
you know
they're obsessed with quick views instead of long-term company support.
But it's weird because it's kind of a microcosm of the way people's attention spans are going.
It is, yeah.
And the TikTok
and it's not
attention
a good
spans.
Thing. It's for sure at the detriment of a functioning, healthy society.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep. But that's a whole other. That's a whole other broader topic that's not even worth our energy. But as it pertains to this stuff, I definitely think you're right. It's a microcosm of the greater world we're in, and I don't blame Logan Paul for being like, I'm getting opportunities I earned by doing whatever I happen to do. I'm going to take those opportunities. And clearly he cares about the business and he is good in the ring and good at all of it. He's good on the mic. He's good at everything.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, he kind of like, oh, he got there faster than you. 100%. To punish guys for not just taking the path Logan did. That's where I go, no, that's got to not happen. Guys that came through wrestling in the traditional system and gave their entire lives to it, get opportunities, or it was all a lie and a scam. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
It'd be like if you worked for a company for years. The situation
is just confusing. The whole thing's confusing to me. I don't know. I don't know why he's not getting TV time. Me
neither.
It's just
what do they have?
Perplexing.
I don't know. Yeah, and luckily,
because if they really didn't
we're in
want
the area where our truth. Here's the thing we didn't mention: we're in the area where our truth release could be a work.
That's fair. It could be.
We're in the era where all these guys could be working all of us in a way we've never seen in the business before by using social media and stuff against us. You know what I mean?
Entirely possible too.
Absolutely could be happening. Is it? I don't know.